What's going on, guys? It's a sunny day here in Ontario, and I'm going to dive right into a masculine reading. Let's find out what the current energy is for the divine masculines, okay? What are they currently dealing with on the journey? Ooh, let's see what flipped out there. Okay, so we do have guarded and vulnerability. Still feeling pretty guarded in the connection right now. I feel like this is the collective of masculines I've been picking up on who, sorry guys, I am covered in cat fur because I was cuddling Mega before the reading. But I feel like this journey is that guarded energy from the masculines who still feel a lot of anxiety over the connection. Okay, so these are the masculines that may be pulling back right now. They could be silent because, again, with the masculine energy, a lot of the emotions or, the deep heartfelt stuff, it takes a lot for them to come to terms with being open to receive that, okay? I do sense with this guarded and vulnerability energy with the masculines, if you're a divine feminine who's very in tune with your femininity, you're very loving, you might be that type of woman where, like people come over to your house, the first thing you want to do is feed them. Your nieces or your nephews are always over. You may have kids of your own. Like if you're single, you might host, a night out with your girlfriends at your place. Just very homey and very, very grounded in that sense. And I feel like for a lot of your masculines, I'm going to be honest, guys, it's coming off as like too good to be true, or just not only too good to be true, but I'm getting this feeling of like unworthy, or they're not deserving, or they're getting nervous about whether or not this is long lasting. I feel like you could be dealing with a divine masculine who, when they let love in, they can't help but constantly be in this energy of waiting for things to go wrong. I'm hearing the words worst case scenarios, okay? They're always thinking the worst case scenario. This may be something that this divine masculine is trying to heal from. And what I'm also hearing as well is they could have dealt with a karmic partner who fed upon their trust issues, okay? And what I mean by fed upon is like when you feed off of someone's energy or like their insecurity, for example. So if this karmic partner is with your masculine, and your masculine, the room is filled with a lot of anxiety, especially with things like jealousy or insecurity, the karmic partners would oftentimes feed off of this insecurity, okay? So I'm hearing that like a lot of your masculines, pulling back. Okay, so pulling back to shut down, wondering if you're disappointed as well. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing, guys. You know when you like, I shouldn't curse because I'm only like 3 minutes into the video, but you know when you mess up, and then when you mess up to the point where it's like you just give up, like it's not worth it, you know what, screw it. That's what I'm getting with this divine masculine. Okay, so I'm seeing a divine feminine who might have showed them just a really beautiful side of you. Let's get the feminine's energy here, okay? Why are they so disappointed? They let you down. They are definitely guarded against a lot of the chemistry and love and romance and passion and chemistry that you've exchanged with them. I feel like you are definitely this feminine who's too good to be true. You take care of home, mama. You take care of business. People feel very, very comforted and safe in your feminine energy, okay? You might like to dress up, wear a lot of color, wear a lot of earrings. You might have a very soft-spoken voice. You might wear a lot of curls. You like to do your hair. I'm seeing someone with braids as well, and you put your braids up in a bun. You might be a divine feminine who's older, and you just you have like a very kind of deeper voice, and you have other women who really lean on you. You're this kind of divine feminine, okay? We have contracts, career commitments coming up. This could be also part of the reason why it is they're so guarded and vulnerable, because it's a very masculine energy I'm getting from this card as well. Something that they would be very, very focused on if it wasn't going right, okay? Whereas many of the divine feminine energies, I feel like there is, this sort of calmness of getting through it. Saturn appears as well, which, many of you, there's this like expecting energy, okay? So if you do get yourself caught up in contracts or with your career, certain types of commitments, you tend to take things step by step. You hope for the best. You're very optimistic, but I feel like for a lot of your masculines who are dealing with this, they could be worried right now. They could be worried about money, their stability. We have growth in summer, And look at this, we do have the masculine energy coming up. So I do feel here that there's a lot on their plate. Okay, guarded is that they are closed off. You know, part of this whole contracts, career, and commitments, when you guys got closer or exchanged more intimacy, they could be starting to think more seriously as well about like maybe settling down, getting into a career, working more, working a second job. Maybe for the first time, they're wondering, like, do I have my money right? Do I have a plan? That's what I'm getting. Do I have a plan? So this summer, a lot of your masculines could be experiencing growth in that area where it's like I feel like a match has been lit under their butt in terms of the way that they are feeling for you, first of all, but more so the things that you're triggering within them, triggering them to get more serious about just maybe their life in general. It could be causing a tower moment here for this masculine as well, because when we have growth, for me it reminds me of like the death card, and when the death card occurs, you kind of go through this period of healing, or like self-realization, I guess, at that moment, and you want to resurface better. It's like the phoenix rising from the ashes, or a plant that, like certain plants, when it becomes fall and then winter, the plant dies, but then as soon as it's spring, it doesn't need you to replant it, it just springs back up again. That's what I'm getting for a lot of your masculines. Like this summer is going to be a really important time of towers falling, really triggering moments, but I feel like it's going to be for the best, and helping them to let their guard down, okay? Not feeling so perfectionist about themselves. I feel like your love is doing something to this divine masculine. You're doing something to them, okay? They never expected that they would feel this way. But they feel like they're letting you down by now shutting down or closing off, okay? It's like exchanging extreme intimacy, but now all of a sudden everything comes crashing down maybe the next morning, when being with you is a huge commitment. It's a huge commitment to living truthfully, authentically. What is your masculine learning from the connection with you? Why are they so triggered and guarded? What are one of the things that they've been learning about just life in general when it comes to connecting with you? What are they learning? Oh, I've never seen my cards flip like that. It's very interesting. Okay, so we have ace energy as well, earth energy. Your masculine could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It doesn't have to be. Maybe you could be the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and the universe is kind of whispering into your ear. Pay attention to the reading. Pay attention to the cards here that are coming out. It could be very significant. Earth energy in general are people who are very grounded. Maybe that's why contracts, career, and commitments is coming up, because I do feel like earth sign, masculine or feminine, stability is really important to you. That's why I feel like it's this divine feminine who you definitely seem too good to be true. You could have your own house, your own car. You're the home that people go to feel comforted and have family dinners. And I don't know like how you guys are made up. Like you could be single and you could be like, oh, that's not me. But even if you're single, like you could have your friends come over. Like maybe your siblings come over. Maybe your parents come over. Like you're always wanting to like host, and it's this energy of nurturing, being the one to take care of others. I feel like a lot of your masculines are like, I don't know if it's safe to rest my head. I do not know if it is safe to rest my head. Like, I feel what I feel for you, but how do I know that you feel that for me, and as intensely as I feel it for you? So that's where your masculines are at. I'm getting this, like, feral cat, and then the divine feminine's coming in, like, here, kitty. It's okay, kitty. And then, you go through this journey of, it's with cats. Mega was feral. So was Ariel, because I got her out of someone's garage. This guy who owned a mechanic shop, he just had like a shop cat, and she would go out and do her thing and come back home pregnant, and he'd be like, oh my god, kitten's running all over the place. And one day my sister's boyfriend's getting his car fixed, and he was like, oh my god, you have kittens, I'll get one for my girlfriend. And then eventually I got one, my brother got one. So Ariel has a sister, which is my sister's cat. Her name is Nala. Did you guys know that? Fun fact. And my brother had a cat. I think he's rehomed her to his sister-in-law, but her name is Izzy, and she's all black. Anyways, guys, sorry to get off topic there, but we do have transcendence and unity, so I do feel like it's aspects of, connecting to the divine feminine that's all of a sudden bringing about this feminine energy in their life, offering this feminine energy to this kind of maybe rigid masculine who, you know, hasn't ever had things this deep. I feel like many of us on the twin flame journey are dealing with divine masculines who are very much rooted in like that 3D world, like typical like love scares me, like I'll have like those surface relationships and, you know, I'll be in and out, contracts, career commitments, you know, contracts, hey, you know, maybe like sexual encounters, things like that, but never commitment. Okay, it's never been about, okay, me and you and love and oh my god, my heart like is fluttering and what am I feeling. They've only experienced that with the divine feminine. Okay. And with contracts too, like I feel like what differs with the twin flame journey compared to like, let's say for example, like the soulmate journey, there's like this slow process of falling in love with someone by getting to know them, whereas with twin flames it's like that instant connection, that the moment you see them, the minute you see them, it is this like, oh my god, who is that? My heart just fell into my stomach. And not everybody gets to experience that, right? Not everybody gets to know what that's like. And especially when it's mutual. Like, I remember when I met my divine masculine, like, we were both like, holy shit, like, what am I feeling here? You know? And it was years later that we got the opportunity to share, like, how did you feel when you first saw me? And he got to tell me, and I was like, holy crap, like, this shit is so real, because the way he was expressing it, I was like, yeah, no, I get it. Like, you're not, you don't sound crazy, or you don't sound like obsessive or intense, because I literally felt those things when I saw you too, and I didn't know why. I was like, oh, who is that? Oh my god. And so he was saying that he felt the exact same for me. It was just like, oh my god. Like, there's some, like, and then you go home and all of a sudden this person is just on your mind, heavier than anything you've ever felt. So, you know, I feel like, you know, a lot of you who will deal with, or a lot of you who will find this reading are dealing with a lot of divine masculines who are there now at this point on the journey where, you know, they've met you, they've exchanged intimacy with you, they've soaked up all of your feminine energy and what it is, and I can guarantee you that the way that you appear as a woman is nothing like they've ever dealt with in terms of meeting other women. It's just, it's you are the full works. You're the full works divine feminine, all of the queens of the deck combined, okay? I'm going to end off this reading by getting an outcome card here for you guys. What's to come on the journey with your divine masculines feeling guarded at this time, and you just maybe having to have patience with this. Okay, so we do have codependency as well. This could be something that they are struggling with. Falling too soon, too hard is also something that I'm getting with your divine masculines. This could be why they're wanting to be more independent and get their money right, because I'm getting that very strongly from the career, contracts, and commitment. But it says addictions are affecting your romantic life. Part of your masculines being guarded and vulnerable as well, and maybe pulling back. How it is they're dealing with things, how it is they're dealing with the other stresses in their life as well, along with the intensity of this journey. A lot of it's coming up, okay? A lot of it is coming up. The more they connect with you, the more that this seems like a reality of you two actually connecting, having a relationship. You know, maybe for the divine feminines, it's like, oh wow, this is, you know, beautiful. But for your masculines, they're shitting bricks, guys. They are shitting bricks because they're like, there's so much shit I would need to do in order to align myself, and they're so scared of disappointing you. I keep hearing that message for some of you, okay? I'm going to get one more, guys, because I don't want to end off on codependency. Can we get one more outcome card here, universe? Okay, so getting to know each other, okay? So maybe some time needs to pass, like while, and I said this in the last reading as well, like if your masculines are, no, not the last reading, I said it in the reading about many of your masculines kind of feeling overwhelmed by the journey and pulling back a little bit. So if they are, don't take it personally, because I feel like maybe they have a layer of something to shed, and it has a lot to do with maybe self-worth and expectations, but look forward to getting to know each other, but with a layer shed that doesn't belong there within your masculine's energy, okay? So it says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. It may not feel that way now, because as you're revealing deeper parts of one another, of yourselves to one another, you might feel like, what the hell? Like, my masculine's pulling back. Like, should I close myself off? Should I not be so, like, you know, such a woman, right? Because they trigger you guys in that area as well. Why do you have to talk about feelings all the time? Why you gotta be so emotional? Like, it's too much for me, and they ghost, and it's like, it makes you feel like, oh my God, like, am I not supposed to be this way? Like, and then it makes you question yourself, divine feminine. So I feel like, don't take it personally. Like, if a lot of your masculines are pulling back, like, don't let it make you falter from your core, okay? Just give them time in that space, and you also see why this time and space is happening, because what area of your life is it triggering? Is it maybe triggering that codependency? It may not be in the form of addictions through substances, but maybe it's in the form of like wanting your masculine to be completely clear with you, or being obsessive or addicted to the outcome of the whole twin flame experience. Okay, guys? So I hope that made sense and I didn't go off on too much of a tangent, but me and this sleepy beaver in a basket, we will catch you guys in the next reading, okay? Hope you guys enjoy. Bye!